YouTube, I do not have any big day material on today. Not even really the mustache, it's a little bit trimmed. Because today honestly really is not a big day. In the scope of things, today is kind of a sad day. We are sitting here in a field, second cutting grass. It is only second cutting. This grass is 90 days old and there's nothing out here. Why is that? We fertilized, we did everything. We spent the same amount of money that we normally would. We are in a really bad drought, and I think now would be a good time to flash the USDA drought map for Ohio right here above my little finger. It's pretty dismal, just not enough rainfall. Some of our alfalfa pieces have done okay because they're a little bit deeper rooted. They do better in drier weather, but this is pretty much a pure second cutting orchard stand, and it's just weak. It's 90 days old, pretty old, and there's not much here. But either way, we're not going to let that affect our mood. I just want you guys to know what's going on. It's real dry. We are not going to use the dryers. It's going to be super easy to get this dry. This was mowed Monday morning. It is Thursday afternoon-ish, Thursday at about noon. Let's get the drone up in the air and check the rakes out. We got Robbie hammering down in, this is actually Justin's tractor over here. He's hammering down in the, that's not really little Johnny, that would be like little big Johnny. My dad is in the actual little Johnny, the 5075, and Carl is hammering down in the Massey Ferguson, I forget the numbers. We'll get the drone up in the air, check them out. They are doing a good job. They are obviously putting the entire rake into one windrow. They're making a big single windrow because there's just not too much material. And the one thing I guess I want to add is, yes, dry weather is really unfortunate. Whatever, you can complain all day, you know, the yields are low, but what tends to happen is, especially in these grass pieces, warm season weeds pop up, and because the grass isn't growing very well, they're very noticeable and they thrive. It tends to lead to less than horse quality hay. I'm going to get the large square out and probably round bale all the outside edges. We have barnyard grass coming up in here, which isn't really like a noxious weed or anything. It just doesn't look that good, so the horse people scoff at it. There's a little bit of creeping foxtail around the outsides, and horse people really do not like that. It can lead to gum issues while horses are eating it. So you have, when you have dry weather, consequently you have, you know, two pretty bad things that happen. You have low yields and you have lower quality because weed pressures are higher. And it just is what it is. So enjoy the drone footage of these guys raking. These windrows are actually not nearly as dismal as some of our other fields. We took this off June 12th. I mean, that's, I guess as a whole, that's kind of decently early first cutting. I mean, sometimes we're pushing first cutting into July, and we did catch one more timely rain on this field than some of the other ones, but we were in a field last week where there literally wasn't windrows. That was actually really sad. But this is making windrows when we're doubling. Right now, Rob, he's not extended out all the way because he made a pass, and now he's just bumping this pass over. So this is still a double, but he raked on both sides of it, and that's how we open up fields. So now they can just start going back and forth without traveling all the way from one side of the field to the other. They basically make their own fields. So this was his opening pass right here. All in all, the hay that is clean, that we will square bale, looks pretty decent. Pretty decent color. It is already really dry. I'm gonna get the balers up here very shortly. This is plenty dry. This is some nice orchard. A little bit of brown leaf, but it is 90 days old. There was just no sense cutting it really before this. We wouldn't have been rewarded cutting it earlier because it's not like it's been raining this whole season and we would have got a third cut. So we made the right call here. See, now Rob kicked his rake over and now he's making a large single row, putting his curtain out so it's a little cleaner. Call the man! Cola! They do not like running together, so they only did that for the drone. I guarantee as soon as they get out of here, they're gonna scatter all over. Because they all have their different philosophies on speed and RPM speed and ground speed and all that, so they'll split up, but it's all dry, so it doesn't matter. Got a quick little break in regular programming. We got to get a load staged for a semi-load going out here in hopefully less than 20 minutes. I was going to run 2 telehandlers, pull it down, stack it in front of the next telehandler who could load the truck, but the guys already have one of the telehandlers loaded up to go to the field, so we will just do it real quick, all with one machine. A lot of times, kind of this year, we have stuff stacked in the barn where we can just grab it with our grapple and put it right in trucks, but this stuff is kind of buried and I want to load the truck up quick, so we'll take some time to pre-stage it, and it's a little bit of quality control, but so far it's coming out super nice. We are staging staging up some super duper duper beautiful second cutting alfalfa orchard that is heading to Georgia, and it is coming out of this stack, which we've made quite a hole out of already. This stuff was dried. You can see the bundles start to sag a little bit, but it's really, they still handle just fine. I mean, it really is no problem. You get a little bit of sag, whatever, but that's a product of drying, and also now they've been handled once or twice in the field, bundling them, getting them off the trailer, stacked at the dryer, from the stack at the dryer to on top of the dryer, from off the dryer probably back into a dry stack, from that dry stack onto a trailer to be transported home, off the trailer that was transported home into this barn. So they've been handled a lot too. So the quality for what they've been through is pretty nice. Anyways, we are pulling from this beautiful pile. Everything seems to have cured great. This stuff is not that old, but because we dried it, we just have no issue shipping it out. It's mostly probing below 10%, so we'll keep getting it. Now we could technically put the face grapple on that we're gonna load the truck with and come in and just start side grappling these and pulling them out, but I don't know, it's a little tight in this cove, so we'll just keep doing the overhead thing and staging. Beautiful. Rinse and repeat a couple more times and we'll have a load ready. Me and Justin left to the farm getting the truck ready. I gotta help him string up. It's better with two people. The first two pushes, when we're trying to get 819 bales on a load, we put a string around both of them, tie them together, and then that so far has stopped any of the bundles from tipping forward as we push in. That's really the reason we do it, so voila. So we got, excuse me, we got strings around the, let's see, that'd be the second and the sixth bale. Justin will shove that in, I'll grab the strings, get them ready for the next shove, then I'll throw them up over, and then we'll tie them together, and I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna take that sweet baby, the 2270, up to the field. I'm gonna do the outside rounds and some of the spottier weed areas, and we'll get the rest of the balers rolling. That's pretty feed. Voila, there you have it. Now we're tied up. You're good to go. He's got the paperwork. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm cleaning up the weedy patches real fast with the large square. I think we have 6 little squares here right now, and they are getting dialed in. Kevin's got the scale there. He's gonna make sure they're at the weights we want. We were baling a couple yesterday, so I think he's only gonna dial in one more guy and we'll be good. I am just blowing by the small square balers. I mean, I feel like I'm a 6th grader out in the playground next to a bunch of 1st graders. This thing eats. I love running a large square baler. It's a lot of fun. You just go, and everything is right here dialed in. I got the size of my flakes, how long my bale is, the flake count, everything. It's so nice. I like all things Massey. Massey makes great balers. I'm even gaining on the 1842S over there. I'm not pushing it to the max, and I'm sure my mom isn't either. I'm just having fun with it. Bob Stone, the legend, coming in clutch. I am just scavenging around this field. I'm not even baling anything right now. I don't want to put anything in large squares that I don't have to. Grass is going to be so short this year that I want everything in original format, small squares that we can get. So I'm going to go check this headlands for some barnyard grass. The foxtail was really not bad at all in this field. So checking for the barnyard grass, which you can see a distinct color difference. Let's see if I can find any around here. Okay, here's a good example of what I'm running around trying to grab. There's some barnyard grass in front of me. You can see the difference. Right next to it, you have some beautiful green orchard, very uniform, very nice, very leafy, very green. And then you have some with this barnyard mixed in. And, you know, as far as I know, it's not gonna kill a horse, but it does look like straw. So there's no one in Florida that's trying to ship hay 1,100 miles and they're not trying to get our junk grass mixed in with it. So that's why I'm running the Big Daddy, the mothership, through all this, cleaning it up. Another issue with this barnyard, it has a little bit of an ugly head for second cutting, but it doesn't dry as well. So if there is any part of this field that's gonna be maybe not dry enough for horse hay, it's gonna be the stuff with the barnyard. So we'll bale it up, we'll see what happens. It's dry here in Ohio. I'm sure there'll be some cattle that'll love to have it. And while we're at it, let's check the moisture of some of these large squares. The thing about weeds is sometimes they don't look that bad in a bale. This just looks like a nice bale of hay. 11, 12, 13, low. Not bad. Ugh, not bad. That's a tight bale. Ooh! See, this is some foxtail from the outside round. This is what we're desperately trying to avoid. this will get loads rejected. They have little barbs in them, and I guess they will stick in horses' gums. They can't get them out, and a lot of times it requires a equine dentist to come out and get sores. Get them out of their mouth because they cause sores. Coming up out of the hill is Robbie. The rakes are heading home. I'm sure Robbie will grab a bundler. My dad, I think, is going to hop in the one small square baler that wasn't being used. Carl will actually probably start running trailer while the telehandler starts picking up bundles. And we're going to get this stuff in a barn, under cover, sell it this winter. Wow, have they already done it, Chung? They've probably already baled close to 60 acres. Time I just kind of went around the field. It's amazing the capacity of small square balers when the hay's light. I mean, they really will just march across acres. Nice looking bales. They look uniform. They look consistent. Guys are rolling along. The Baron should be coming any minute now. So it looks like I messed around and made 29 bales in almost an hour. So not breaking any records there, but I was jumping around a lot, not baling. Now we'll head back over to the real money makers, the small square bale crew, and we're gonna get the drone up in the air. This, unfortunately, is probably the last time we are going to do any grass this year, so that's memorable. I'm gonna refrain from calling it a big day because I started out saying this is not exactly a big day, but we will get some footage up, overhead aerial footage. This is what I ended with. Really not bad looking hay. I just feel like square bales, large square bales are so tight and dense and square, well, rectangular. They're just so pretty. I mean, you can bale junk, but the bale itself is just pretty. Makes a difference. Nice crisp edges, sleek. Not quite as pretty as these. I mean, quality of the hay is the same, but that's a beast of material. Here comes Madre hammering down on the 1842S and the biggest tractor in the field. Lou? Oh. Hey, do you have anything fun to drink?
Fun?
Yeah.
I've got some delicious water.
What's it like being on the Farming Insider baling crew?
Surreal. It's like a dream come true.
Oh, wow. What do you think about this baler?
It's a good baler.
Yeah? Would you recommend other producers buy an 1842S?
I would 100% recommend. What is it?
1842S.
1842S.
Yeah. Have you noticed the increased visibility, the longer, PTO and everything? You can see better?
100% noted that right away.
You don't turn around much, do you?
No.
Oh, okay. Have you noticed the like more plunger capacity?
The 4 plunger capacity is a definite improvement.
the more plunger, the larger chamber.
The larger chamber is much better than the smaller.
Oh, very good. All right, I'll take this puppy home. It's a short run. This bale should be okay in there. If I was going any further than about 3 minutes down the road, I would definitely kick this bale out, but I think it's gonna be okay. Take her home. Grab a trailer, start loading up, following Jake around in the telehandler. We have 2 Barons here now, and let's see, it is 3:03 p.m. We should be out of here before 7. It's a very short haul home too. If you're familiar with the area, Valley City is literally right behind that tree line, then you start going downhill into the valley. So we're right on the border of town here. Just kidding. I started having second thoughts like, how stupid is that to even come close to risking it? So I bailed like 30 feet and knocked that bale off, and now this one is not going anywhere. That is for sure. So now we'll head home, grab another trailer, start stacking in the barn. Alrighty, we have Jericho Mott. He has been consolidating bundles of 3 bundles together, and this is how we pick them up and haul them out of the field. I'm sure you guys have seen this song and dance before, but we'll go over it again. That is 63 bales he's grabbing. Nice tight bundles. Inside the rub rails. What'd you think of Jericho? Ready for a big day?
Yeah.
Look at my shades. Let me see your hat. What happened to your voice?
Sick.
Were you partying last night? You're sick?
Yeah.
Did you go to school?
Yeah.
And work?
Oh yeah.
You're a champion.
I am.
Jake, that kid's got the heart of a warrior. Man, if I were sick, I wouldn't show up for work. I hurt my knee this winter and I took months off, man. Any chance to skip work, right? On super big days, we'll have 2 telehandlers here. One whose job is primarily to bundle, what am I trying to say? I guess bundle. Group 3 bundles together, and the other predominantly loads trailers. There's not a whole lot of volume out here. We're actually not as sad about this as some other fields. This field did okay for the lack of rainfall, but like during first cutting, we had 2 telehandlers here is basically what I'm saying, and that speeds us up a lot. It's not that fun to follow the telehandler around while he grabs 3 and then wait for him to load you up. So if you have 3 already staged and you just dart around the field going to them, it makes a heck of a difference in the speed. Should be able to get, I think, 27 bundles comfortably on this trailer. For being 100 days old, grass isn't too bad. It's got some nice color. Here we got Jericho's last grab. That will be 2 trailers that we have filled up. We'll get them strapped down. I'm gonna try to catch one of these baler operators swinging back here and see if they can take another trailer home. I gotta move the telehandler to a different storage location. It's the green barn where we usually rebale. So I'm hoping I can get someone to give me a ride back and forth, get the telehandler to that barn, unload these trailers, and come back up here, and hopefully Jake will have more clusters of 3 put together. We'll keep hauling out of here. And we're gonna start opening up people because they're done baling, so we're gonna get a lot of help hauling. We made it home successfully. Here we are, the green barn. I have to head over to the main farm over there, grab the telehandler. The guys got this storage ready. Yesterday, we started putting some bales over here. This is pretty much all just gonna be second cutting grass. Hopefully you fill the majority of it up. We got tarps down and straw. Yeah, that's what we got. Here's some of the, if you guys follow our Facebook, you would have seen that a couple months ago, we made hay in 9 hours and dried it. That's this stuff over here. Turned out great. It's getting faded in this barn because you have sun panels or whatever coming through, but it kept. It ain't moldy. It's nice Timothy. 9 hours and like between 30 and 40 minutes drying. We did get it done, but I really wouldn't recommend it. It was a lot more hassle than I think it was worth. It was just a test to see if we could do it. So here's some second cut grass we made yesterday. Stuff's looking nice. Looks like Justin figured out that bundles turn that way, bundles turn that way, and then 6 across in the middle fits in here pretty good. We can only go 3 high. Unfortunately, with our overhead grapple, it's just not enough room to get another bundle up there. And so that's what we do. We kind of I actually like what Justin did here too, because these side bundles won't fall against the wall and potentially damage the walls. They only fall forward or backwards. The way these are stacked, they'd only fall left or right, but they're not going to fall into the bundles angled that way or angled that way. So this looks really nice. Good system we got going on. Here we have a little alfalfa mix. My dad raked nice and early, going for all the leaf retention we can. We'll let it sit all day. They'll probably come home and bale it actually right now. I'll feel it. Should be pretty good. This is our nice little test field. We do some squirrely things on this plot. We try to bale real wet or rake real wet, or who knows. It's only, I think, 4 acres, so you can toy around. A lot of leaves still on that. Good grief. This is a nice mix. A lot of grass in here too. Really good. Tail end of some of the balers heading home. Cavalry's coming in. No one knows where to park. It's always it's always an issue. I gotta find the telehandler. There we go. Oh, this sweet girl. The JCB. She really gets it done for us. These are good machines. Stacked a lot of hay with these puppies. We're gonna have 5 balers and 4 acres. Shouldn't take too long. It's nice hay. I can tell just based on the weight compared to the super dry grass that the moisture's higher. I don't have my probe on me, but I could tell going throughout the windrows. This is probably 18%, so we'll probably want to flash dry it real fast. But that's no problem. The quality is kind of unreal. Just doesn't crackle quite as much as we like for super dry hay. You can never have too many balers, it seems like. Justin doesn't usually let other people stack the barn. I don't know, I feel like I'm breaking a little bit of a rule here, but he hopped in the barn, so I mean, someone's got to do the job. But I would say Justin stacks probably 90% of the hay, so hopefully I can live up to his standards. Beautiful. That's probably the hardest one of all, because your blind side with these telehandlers is your right side. So I have a blind side up against the wall, and then also we have those angled joists up there. So you are a little bit narrower on the end. It's really not that bad at all. And the last slab I'll stick in there. And not as good as Justin does it, but hey, we got to be able to fill multiple rolls around here. What's fantastic about the green barn over here is it is concrete. So as soon as you can get in here, there's no racking of the bundles or anything. It's just hammer down. Alrighty, that's not the best fit. Let's see what we got going on here. What's awesome about these grapples is this rotating function going up against the left-hand side here. I mean, could not be easier. And I'm going to try to alleviate the problem I just ran into by putting these ones a little bit farther, a little bit more over against the poles. My second chariot awaits, the Red Beast. The semi's back there getting loaded up. My mom is there with the 30-foot load trail, the F-350. I brought the unloaded first trailer back. This one's ready to go. We got a pretty good system going on. Like I mentioned before, when everyone else is done baling, it frees up a lot of schedule. We just start hauling. It's a group effort. Let's go. Now it looks like we're getting something done. Backed up. I better hurry up. I'm gonna get smart too and do the grab against the wall, a much smarter method. That's a lot better than being hugged up against the wall. That's how you do it, Jeff. Let's go. Some people get better by the day. Around here, we get better by the load. What do you think of my stack job?
Looks pretty good.
I told everyone you usually do it. What moist do you think this is, PJ?
16. 13.
We're checking the end product. No one was really here before this got baled. I was, but
I say 13.
I think it's gonna be anywhere from 13 to 18. Keep rolling. Is this proper technique? The overhead? That's the Jason. Didn't I say you can trust it in? Oh, you can't trust it in. You can only trust it out. Or no, the manual said you can trust the end probe. We're good.
The whole thing.
30? How do people make dry hay? They don't check it. They just go.
Probably.
Probably. That barn just burned down in New York. I don't know what caused it, but it just makes you worried. I mean, he hit a 30%er. Yeah, probably. Lewis probably came out and peed on it. I'm here at the scene of the very last load. Trusty F600, and I'm looking at, I don't know, 10 or so bundles out there. My mom and Jake, I think, are down the hill, so we'll go check that out and probably help them strap down. Jake will run up here. We'll get this cleaned up. What a beautiful night. September's been good to us. The past, at least 3 years, September has been a really good dry hay month. This year, we're kind of hoping it's not. We'd like to get some rain. Farmers always complain about something, huh? We'll just take it. It's really nice. It's a beautiful night. I guess my mom made it through here with a truck. It was fairly opened up, but we have this little piece that I did the outside rounds with the large square. Probably just see if she can pull out over there. Nice hay. Jake told me we had enough trailers here 3 trailers ago.
Jake's
So I
not
got
good
one
at
more.
math.
Oh, he's got a lot going on in that cab. Jericho, you told me we were good on trailers about 3 trailers ago.
I think I could have fit all the big bills in this semi. It would have been a little sketchy, I think.
There you go. You giving us a tutorial? Do you have to take a speech class?
No.
I did. You could have done your speech on this. Ratchet straps? Yeah, you have to do like
Like speech, like where you have to learn to talk?
yeah, no, well, they did public speaking.
Oh, well, that's our speech classes are called. You learn to like talk, right?
You're learning to talk in high school?
No, in like middle school they had it. I had a buddy that was in it.
All right. Can you get out, Ma?
Out.
All right. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
I can move that tree.
Maybe roll it a little bit. Give it some. Want me to try it?
I can move that tree.
All right, now try it with some gusto. Some vigor. Ah. All right, so we couldn't actually make it up the hill. We gotta deal with this down tree. So how heavy is it? Oh goodness. Oh yeah, the camera's gotta go down. All right, well, pretend you're seeing it. All right. Log's been moved. Mom's gonna pull out. Now we're good. Ooh, man. Built Ford tough. You handled it. You're unstoppable. Dropped off. Now I'll make the walk. So we had to go all the way around. My mom actually pulled straight through Valley City. Saw some live music at Gandalf's as we were pulling out. Now I'll make the walk back to the trailer that Jake hopefully has loaded up. And that's probably it for this video, guys. I'm hoping to do a few more. I really wanted to film that Marcrest. Things haven't lined up really to be able to have a good day at filming it. And I would like to do a little bit more exploratory content on the 1842S compared to the 1840s, but also that hasn't happened. So we're trying. All right, thank you guys. See ya.